Hey guys, happy Monday. Welcome to the Team Zoom, week 13 of 16. Let's start off by telling you where you can find past ones. That's at HeidiWhitehair.com. And if you go, you'll see at the top, Be Hip. And then if you scroll down, click on that, scroll down, you'll see training replays. And not only will there be the recording of all of the last 12 weeks so far, but you'll have all of the paperwork that goes with it. And every week, I encourage you all to print these off and to create a booklet of all the different trainings so that you have those to refer back to. This is a business of basics never change. It's also a business of duplication. And so this is your blueprint, so to speak, of building the business. If you master all of these things, like that's all this business is. It's very simple, and 16 weeks seems like a lot, but 4 months of just one Monday a week, and you can learn everything that you need to know about building a network marketing business, health and wellness business. That's pretty awesome, and it's for free. So make sure that you are either watching them to begin with or revisiting them because it's always, like I said, the more that you train, the better you get, the more you practice, the better you get, all of those things. So this is week 13, and today we're going to talk about the 10 ways to employ yourself as an entrepreneur. Now, what does entrepreneur mean? It just basically means you are in business for yourself. You're the CEO of your own company, which is incredible, right? Because we get to choose when we work, how we work, who we work with, all of those things. And the network marketing model for me is not only a better way than being an employee making, whatever money they want to give you, taking time off whenever they give it to you, having no time freedom. You're on the clock for them and making their business grow. This is not only a better way, it's the only way for me. I could not go back to being an employee. Now, I'm not knocking anyone that does that and loves it, but for me, it just was not an option back when I found network marketing 27 years ago. I wanted to be a mom to my three kids and have the time freedom to work at their school and be the brownie mom and go on the field trips and do all the things I couldn't do running a full-time daycare. And believe it or not, my full-time daycare, I was, state approved, did all the bells and whistles, which I think really helped me to learn what it's like to run your own business. But it also ran me. So I was literally on the clock from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., sometimes later, depending on late parents, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I scrambled to get everything done and spend time with my kids and catch up with all the things we couldn't do during the week. Not to mention, by the time you get off at 6 o'clock or again later, and you've got, soccer games and you've got all of the things that kids do, the craft fair at the school, or they want to go to all the different events that happen in their school day, and in the evenings, pageants and shows and all that kind of thing. So I was able to do that from the time they were very young because of network marketing. So I'm so incredibly grateful. And now I get to do it with the next generation. My grandsons are 3 and 6, as a lot of you know, and I get to be available to them anytime, anywhere I want, along with my three kids and my husband, of course. So network marketing, do it, train yourself, practice, because man, I will tell you, not only is this business offer the time freedom, but it also gives you the financial ability to make what your time is worth. So 10 ways to employ yourself as an entrepreneur. Number one, set working hours. This was kind of interesting for me when I got started because I had a 5-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a 10-year-old. So, of course, the 10-year-old was at school, and then the 3-year-old went to preschool, and then I had the baby. And so you have to learn to juggle. Everyone does. I don't care what your job is. I don't care what your time freedom is. Life can get in the way if you allow it to get in the way. So setting these work time hours is really important. And in the beginning, for any of you that have a lot of, little kids or a lot of like juggling, I would play a game with myself. I would be like, I need to make 3 contacts and then I'll go do the dishes. I have to make, 3 follow-up calls and then I'll go do the laundry. I have to make 3 follow-up calls and I'll run to the grocery store. Because what you can do as a self-employed person in charge of your own time is that by the time you go, oh shoot, I haven't done anything for my work. I've only done everything for, my stuff around here. It's noon. And then all of a sudden the kids are coming home from school and you get it. So treat your business like a real job by scheduling focused work time. Side note, I will tell you, if you even gave this business one solid hour of planned time, not getting ready to get ready, not saying, oh, I'll make a list with that hour, but 1 hour of solid IPAs, income producing activities, you will have a huge thriving business. So 1 hour. Right now, you go to work for someone 8 to 10 hours and get paid whatever they're willing to pay you. With this, you would give a solid hour every single day of really income producing activities, you will make um, the income of your dreams. So, here to tell you because I did it. Number two, create a simple daily task list. Focus on income producing activities instead of busy work. I would do this the night before, still do. I create a list and I would say these are, maybe let's say I had 10 things to do and I do them by priority. So number one was the most important thing I needed to get done. And I love to check things off my list. If you're like that, lists are going to be really helpful for you. Also helps you to keep on track and be task oriented throughout your day. Number three, show up even when motivation is low. This is one of those things when you're an employee, you go to work because you have to. If you don't show up, you don't get a check. Well, it's the same with this, but when you're in charge of your own time, you're kind of lenient on yourself. So you really need to make sure that you show up even when motivation is low. Consistency builds results long before motivation shows up. What happens is as you start getting a little bit of success, it almost becomes like contagious and kind of a little bit of an addiction because you're like, oh, if I, put this much time into it, and I got this. What if I do this and I'll get that? So when motivation is low is the hardest, that is when you need to be the most on task with your time. Number four, track your activity, not just results. Measured effort, results will follow. Anyone that has a tracking system of anything, working out, eating plan, budgets, financially, kids' time calendars, what you track grows. Like that is what will get done, is what you track. So I really encourage you to track like how many phone calls you made, how many follow-up calls you made, how many reach outs you made, how many product sales you made, how many new customers, new promote or distributors, all of those things, because tracking is a big darn deal. Number five, invest in personal growth. Huge, huge, huge. I'm rereading a book that I actually gave a lot of my leaders 10 years ago, and I hadn't revisited it for a while. And one of my leaders brought it up, one of my old leaders from my first company brought it up, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to revisit that. So I'm actually reading that right now. It's called The Crossroads Between Must and Should, and I highly recommend it. Number six, use proven systems and tools. Bingo, what I was just telling you about. These 16 weeks are systems, they're tools, they're things. You don't have to do this. It's like that, be in business for yourself because you're the CEO of your own business, but not by yourself because all the people that went before you are willing to teach you. We are as invested in your success as you are, maybe even more because we know it's possible. Follow what works instead of reinventing the wheel. People that think they know better, experience trumps everything. And number one. Number two, basics never change. Number seven, hold yourself accountable. This is a big one. Most of us don't. We let ourselves off the hook way too easily. I'm really hard on myself, meaning I feel good when when I'm accomplished. When I work out every day, you guys know I work out every day. When I work out every day, that's not, yes, it's for my physical body, my heart, my lungs, all that, but it's for my brain. It's for my mood. It's for my own personal productivity and expectations. That's what I feed when I work out. It's not necessarily about, being in shape. Yes, that's very big on that list, but it's really about accomplishment. Set goals, review weekly, and course correct quickly. One of the things that I do with my goals is, and I've talked about this a lot, is if you have a bar that's set here, you'll reach it. If you have a bar that's set here, you'll reach it. If you have a bar that's set here, it might take you some time, but you'll reach it. But if your bar's here, that's nothing. That's why they call it plateauing. If you always just do this, you're never going to get to here. You're never going to grow. You're never going to advance in your growth, whether it be, again, physical, like if you're working out, or business wise and you're trying to build a check or build a business. If you don't have those goals for yourself, what the heck are you doing? I mean, you should have goals in almost everything in life. So excuse me, set goals, review weekly, course correct quickly. Even with my working out, um, so I hadn't been working out for a little bit of time with my knee, and so I had to like build up a little bit. But what I did with when I started getting better and my knee's fine now, is I'm adding a little bit of time every single week, and I'm not going all in, crushing it, because that's when you hurt yourself, or that's when you burn out. You're so sore you can't move, all of that. If you try to do that with your business, you'll burn out because steady, really consistent actions every single day, like I said, that 1 hour is going to be way bigger than if you do 8 hours today and then you don't do 8 hours again for 2 weeks. Number 8, be your own best brand ambassador. This is me in all areas of my life. I will tell you, I was just thinking about this earlier today when I was creating the Mentoring Monday worksheets for this week. I live it. I don't tell you what to do. I do it myself. I don't tell you what products to take. I take them myself. I don't tell you to be physically fit and work out. I do it myself. So leading by example gives you the strength to say, I know it works because I do it. And for those people that always just, talk the talk and not walk the walk, eventually no one's going to listen to them. You have to be a brand ambassador for yourself. So use love and talk about what you offer authentically. I love the products and I love the products because of XYZ, whatever the product is. I love fitness because of XYZ, whatever it is. I love eating clean, and these are some of the ways that I do it because I do it. Like I practice that every single day. Number 9, commit to serving, not selling. How can I help you? How can I serve you best? How can I help you get the best results? Products or business, doesn't matter. How can I be of service to you? So focus on helping people solve problems. What's your problem? Is your problem that you can't get out of bed in the morning? Let's just say that, like something super simple. Have you tried XYZ? These are the things that work for me. I'm helping you solve a problem. Not telling you what to do. I'm sharing with you what's worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. And number 10, think long term, but act daily. So long term, my goal is X, but every single day I'm going to take the steps to get to X. It's like I didn't overnight rehab my knee from tearing my meniscus in December. I didn't rehab that knee overnight. So you've got to have the daily actions to get there. Now, because I did those daily actions, here we are in March, and my knee is great. I can run, I can do all that again, but I rehabbed it slowly. I just took those daily steps every single day, and I'm seeing the improvement. So small daily actions create big results over time. So if I were to take 5 pound weights and just do this every single day, maybe I do 30 a day every single day for the next month. That's going to build upon itself. It is, oh my gosh, compounding effect. So in 30 days, you're going to see the effects of that motion that you're doing every single day with your arm weights. If you do it one time and stop and then do it next week and I'll start again next month and all of the above, you will never see progress. So when you're an entrepreneur, when you're in business for yourself, you have to employ yourself. So I want you to ask yourself at the end of this today, or first thing in the morning, depending on what you're doing right now. I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to say to yourself, if I was my own boss, which you are, would I fire me? How am I as an employee? Would I fire me? And if the question is yes, then you need to check yourself with all of these 10 things about being a self-employed entrepreneur. If this is the business that you want to do, which I highly recommend to everybody, I absolutely love what I get to do every single day. It's not hard. It's just those daily consistent actions. And with those daily consistent actions, you'll get better and better and better. Okay. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you next Monday.